This is my 5th or 6th time in the emergency format here, and this time around I felt very insecure of what to try to share, and looking in the news for emergencies to cover, and since we are all bombarded with emergencies on Facebook, at least I guess we all are. You know, we read about orangutans being killed because of Procter & Gamble, who are foraging for palm oil and so on. And there's a lot of bad things going on in the world. And I feel completely. If I want to try to make a difference, it should start in me. I should try to make sure that I lead a righteous life, you know. This being a part of this format has actually has changed me in a way. I mean, I try to change my habits. I go to the supermarket looking for organic food and eggs and bacon, and try to not eat too much meat because of the CO2 and that's what happens when we are part in this playground where you have to take up serious topics, and if you're part of the community where you try to listen to what's going on in the world. But I mean, I feel also helpless in this whole process of trying to become a righteous person, and so to come up with something for today, I was unable to focus on one point to make, and that's why I just went a bit more scientific. I had a bit more scientific approach, and I tried to dissect the newspaper. So I bought Politiken, and I picked up Metro Express, and then I tried to separate smiling faces and not smiling faces. And then try to make a sort of a categorization and try to figure out why are they smiling afterwards, after doing it as an automatic action, cutting out the faces. Then I would separate them, and then I would try to say what are the smiling faces smiling about, and what are the frowning or not smiling faces not smiling about. And I know it's kind of maybe it's too abstract, maybe it's pointless. I mean, but I saw that we have pop stars, we have people winning, we have people selling books. This guy, he got his iPhone stolen. There was an article about that. Some of them I don't know. Some of them are just selfies from Metro Express, and some of them are actors, dead politician, pop stars, journalist portraits, football players winning a game. A dead poet, writer, and somebody selling glasses, somebody who's celebrating St. Patrick's Day. That's what they're smiling about in this instance from yesterday's paper. And here we have the chairman of the Muskelsvindsfond, I think, who's 70, and he's not really smiling. He's also not really. And here we have Tim Jarmusch, not really smiling. Some sports people, Lindsay Lohan. This is just a part of a process. Maybe I will repeat this attempt and this way of working, and trying to separate smiling and not smiling faces.
The thing I noticed as well, that the greatest number and the biggest faces are white people.
Yeah. You know, what can you take out of it if you're, for example, if you're not focusing on the titles and the what information do you get out of it if you're just like looking at the moods of the way they choose to editorially to what pictures are in there, and I don't know. I mean, it's
very nice. Like it's very nice, but I mean, it's very funny because it's a feeling we live in a collapsing world, and you know, there is a lot of and then since I'm with you talking about emergencies, you know, I feel like it's just pure poetry and pure fun, pure kindergarten. You know, There is nothing. It's great, you know, because I mean, I felt stressed, and now when I see you and your artworks, I feel relaxed, you know. And but it's very strange that your artwork are not reflecting any worries. somehow. Why not?
Well, I mean,
Sure it is.
I mean, at the same time, I'm also stressing out. I mean, but that's I don't know why it doesn't come out in this, but I was on the verge of crying yesterday because
Why?
I was feeling lied to. I mean, I feel lied to, and that's why I'm trying to see if I can get
Trying to be a good man.
I'm trying to be a good man, and then also, but I'm trying to sort of figure out what the lie is about, and that you can't do that by reading the news. I think you have to stop trusting the printed media,
Exactly.
and you have to start talking to each other.
Yes.
But that's, as we talked about as well, Thierry. But I mean, you know, for example, we all know that we try all to do our best to be good consumers and not to support, for example, slaughter of or cruelty in makeup industry and so on. And then, for example, if you're not very well informed, then you could perhaps go to the Body Shop, which is a sort of an eco-organic green shop, which happens to be owned by Nestlé, which is one of the biggest groups in the market in the world. You know, selling water to poor
Yeah,
people.
but why don't you do something about this? I mean, it's very nice, your collage. I mean, now I'm back you with a knife in your back because I told you it was a great idea before.
Yeah.
But no, but in a way, it's very funny because you talk, and then what we see is very hyggelig.
Yeah, maybe it's just my conflict.
I don't think it's that hyggelig. I think it's terrifying.
Well, this maybe it's not so, but it's. I mean, that's why I'm not really making a big point out of the artwork itself today. I'm just saying that I'm trying something new for me.
The emergency here is the difficulty of doing artwork where you are satisfied and you are giving a message. It's not an easy task.
No.
So it's the crisis of the artist, is the emergency in this case. And you don't have very good friends who advise you.
I was wondering if you just continue doing this for like a year or so and then see what you accumulate and maybe where you get there and maybe if it makes a point then or something.
Yeah. Or trying to extract a different facial expression from the newspaper.
It's too simplistic.
Could
Make
be.
a dichotomy between smile and non-smile.
Yeah.
And probably, if it was me, I will go more on the expression of the face.
Yeah.
Actually, you can have a computer who look at the face and then can, in a psychological way, see which kind of person is this. You can smile and be very sad.